Ravenswood. A quaint name for a quaint town. Nestled amid rolling hills and whispering willows, it seemed like a picture postcard. But beneath the surface, a darkness lingered. The townsfolk, with their polite smiles and wary eyes, knew something was amiss. They spoke in hushed tones of shadows that danced at the edge of the woods, of whispers carried on the wind. The old houses, with their peeling paint and creaking floorboards, held secrets best left undisturbed. Ravenswood was a place where the past refused to die. It clung to the present, a chilling reminder of what lay hidden beneath the surface. An unsettling feeling permeated the very air, as if the town itself was holding its breath. The townsfolk had long suspected that their home harboured a dark secret. They just didn't know what it was. It was a secret that whispered on the wind, a secret that sent shivers down their spines. Ravenswood was a town haunted by something unseen, something unknown. One crisp autumn morning, the unthinkable happened. Sarah, a young girl with eyes as bright as the morning sun, vanished without a trace. One minute she was playing in the park, her laughter echoing through the trees. The next she was gone. The townsfolk, their hearts heavy with dread, searched high and low. They combed through the woods, their faces etched with worry. They dredged the river, their hopes dwindling with each passing hour. But Sarah was nowhere to be found. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. But the mystery of Sarah's disappearance remained unsolved. The townsfolk, once full of hope, were now consumed by grief and a gnawing fear. The darkness that had always lurked at the edges of their lives had seeped into their hearts, leaving them cold and afraid. After Sarah's disappearance, a strange unease settled upon the town. There were whispers of ghostly figures sighted in the mist, their eyes glowing with an eerie light. Objects moved mysteriously in the dead of night, accompanied by disembodied whispers and soft, mournful cries. Some dismissed these occurrences as tricks of the wind or overactive imaginations, but others weren't so sure. They had always known that Ravenswood held secrets, but now it seemed those secrets were coming to light. The veil between the living and the dead had thinned, and the spirits of the restless dead were making their presence known. The townsfolk, once so quick to dismiss the stories of hauntings, now huddled around their hearths, fear etched on their faces. They spoke in hushed tones of Sarah, wondering if she was lost in the ethereal realm, her spirit unable to find peace. One group of teenagers, emboldened by curiosity and a sense of youthful invincibility, decided to investigate the old abandoned house on the hill. It was Sarah's house, left untouched since her disappearance. Locals whispered that it was a place of sorrow, where the veil between the living and the dead was thin. As twilight deepened into night, the teenagers crept through the overgrown garden, their hearts pounding with a mixture of fear and excitement. They pushed open the creaking door and stepped inside, their breath catching in their throats. The air was thick with dust, and the silence was broken only by the sound of their own breathing. Suddenly the house seemed to come alive. Floorboards groaned overhead, unseen hands tugged at their clothes, and a cold, ethereal wind whipped through the empty rooms. They heard her voice. Sarah's voice. It was faint, a whisper carried on the wind, but unmistakable. She was calling for help. The teenagers fled into the night, their screams echoing through the empty streets. They had seen the truth, felt the icy touch of the supernatural, and their lives would never be the same. The experience left them shaken, forever marked by the haunting of Ravenswood. Ravenswood, once a picture of idyllic charm, was forever changed. The haunting at Sarah's house cemented its reputation as a place where the veil between the living and the dead was thin. The townsfolk, once sceptical, now lived in the shadow of that night, their lives intertwined with the supernatural. The memory of Sarah lingered, a ghost story whispered from generation to generation. Ravenswood, with its charming facade and chilling secrets, became a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved, some doors best left unopened. For in the heart of this seemingly peaceful town, the darkness whispered, and the ghosts of the past walked among the living.